I can do anything. I can reach any goal today. I can do what I want. I can be what I want to be.
G'day folks, welcome to the Round 18 team selection for 24/7 North Melbourne Saturday night footy at Etihad Stadium. Andrew McKay alongside myself, Shane McInnes and Macca. Against the Kangaroos, not a bad record. We've won 3 of the past 4 back under the roof at Etihad Stadium. It's going to be a good Saturday night game.
Yeah, very competitive game, I think. Obviously, North are in reasonable form. They certainly gave the Lions a bit of a clip on the last weekend, so we'll have our work cut out. But as you say, we usually do a pretty good job against them.
Big chance for our boys to bounce back. Let's get straight into the team to take on North Melbourne, starting across the back line with Sam Rowe, Zach Toohey in the opposite back pocket and Michael Jamieson at full back. Jet, such a potent forward line at North Melbourne. Many options, Drew Petrie, Ben Brown, maybe a couple of others as well. Yeah,
certainly. They've got some big guys there for sure, and obviously, you know, the likes of Michael Jamieson and Sam Rowe will be stretched, so they need to play well for us.
Into the halfbacks now to take on the Kangaroos, starting with Sam Doherty. Dylan Buckley, I want to ask you about him in just a moment, and Chris Yarran starting at centre halfback. Dylan's one of these players that always gives 100% when he goes after the ball. His disposal not always as efficient as one may like, but if there was a particular aspect of his game for him to improve over the next 12 months, what would it be from you?
Certainly, I think the decision-making on that shorter option, and with decision-making comes skill. Quite often people think it's just a simple skill error, but often it is the decision to do that in the first place. So I think Dill's got some improvement to do there. I think his longer kicking is his strength. So you don't want to let them forget about their strength. They need to play to their strength, and I'm sure Dill will go well this weekend.
I think he's one that certainly benefits from more time on the park as well. Let's have a look at our midfield to take on that potent North Melbourne midfield. Ed Curnow, #1 for tackles at the club this season. 23 possessions last week against the Hawks. Cade Simpson and Mark Murphy. It certainly wasn't the celebration we wanted to give the skipper for his 200th, but to pick up 37 possessions in that match, it was a wonderful performance.
Yeah, Murph's been working really, really hard the last couple of months and leading from the front. We couldn't be more proud of the way Murph's going at the moment, and he's doing his darndest to drag everyone else along with him. So I'm sure he'll put in a good performance this weekend.
There were some questions asked earlier in the year about his form and his want for the captaincy. He's really proved the doubters wrong, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And he was really keen to make a point of that and improve his leadership, and I think he's certainly done that on the field.
The remainder of our midfield now starting with Patrick Cripps. Still the outstanding season continues. 27 possessions last week. Matthew Cruiser and Simon White starting in the midfield as well. Gee, big match for Cruz, arguably his biggest test of the season, taking on the #1 ruckman in the competition, Todd Goldstein.
Yeah, certainly Todd's in great form too, so it's a great challenge for Matthew. Matthew hasn't had a lot of footy under his belt the last 18 months, so yeah, big test for him. But Matthew's building. He's looking pretty ominous.
Let's go into our half forwards now, starting with Tom Bell, Jason Tutt also on a half forward flank, and Andreas Everett. Just with our forwards as a whole, Macca, is it the delivery inside 50? Is it our forwards maybe not clunking as many marks inside 50 as they should? What do you put some of our lack of scoring down to?
I think it's a bit of both. I think a bit of midfield pressure from the opposition, certainly last weekend. Our scores have dropped a little bit over the last 3 weeks. Prior to that, we saw a bit of a spike for a month, but certainly delivery doesn't help, and also that midfield pressure. Sure, some of the big guys aren't clunking them as often as they'd like, but it's more the delivery, I think.
And to our full forward line to take on the Kangaroos, starting with Troy Menzel. Great to see him back in the side. Lockie Henderson and Levi Casbolt starting up at full forward. Lockie Henderson, 6 goals in his last match against the Kangaroos. Gee, it'd be nice if he can do that again this time around.
It'd be fantastic for Lockie to kick 6, absolutely. And then maybe Levi could kick 6 as well, and I think that'll probably get us over the line.
Is Levi one that needs to thrive on confidence, get a few more shots at goal and slot a couple more through the big sticks, and that gives him a burst going into the latter rounds of the season?
Yeah, I don't think he's any different to any other player. As soon as you start taking a few marks and kicking either goals or well in the outfield, then certainly you get confidence from that. And so Levi's no different to anyone else.
Let's have a look at the interchange now, starting with Blaine Boakhurst. Great to see Andrew Carazzo back, overcoming that foot injury. Cam Wood, he'll no doubt support Matthew Cruiser in the ruck. And good to see Clem Smith in as well, Macca. Just his 4th game, but some of the skills he exhibited earlier in the year, he's certainly one to watch over the coming years.
Yeah, he is.
His zip and pizzazz.
Absolutely. Now, I think zip's a good word. He's got a bit of bounce and a bit of bubble in him, and he's got good skills, so looking forward to seeing Clem display those on Saturday night.
Don't read anything into the Hawks. They're beating everyone at the moment. Saturday night, the place to be, Etihad Stadium, as we take on the Kangaroos.